Hello, good people. I hope you're doing great. So, welcome to 15 Minutes Live with Nani. I hope you're doing great. So happy to be here once again. It's another good day, and we are moving on talking about our theme of the month, discussing about strengths that we have, focusing on our superpowers, as I refer to them. And yes, we all have superpowers. I just want to keep on repeating on that. So if it's your first time joining us, it's Mimi Nani. We are going to be also on podcast as well. We have a podcast that is called Mimi Nani. So if you want to catch up with some of the previous audios over the live conversations that we have had, you can just head there and follow us. It's just a new initiative that we have just started. So I trust you're doing great, and we are halfway with February. So I want to check in with you. How is February? How has it been for you? How is your journey through the 2023 year? Are you still on the exciting mood? Is it pleasant? Are you feeling like you're in control? How are your plans? If you set any goals? So where are you? Where are you? I just want to hear from you, and how are you managing everything? So I hope all is well. And if not, again, just take a moment. Take a moment and just be calm. And first start with appreciating, Sometimes we can be so much immersed into what is not working, what is not happening, and really get lost in that moment and just feel so negative or perhaps resentful and pleasant towards ourselves. But take a moment and just try to focus on the things that are working, the things that you're grateful for. Start there, start there and just count those things that you're grateful for. Okay, and now look at those things that are probably not working. Just see how you can first, appreciate that things are like that, and what could be the cause of that, and what to do to move forward. So welcome once again. And today we are going to be talking about an interesting topic. We're on the third episode of our conversation on how we can maximize on our strength. The theme of February is about zooming our strength. So basically, we believe that you need to do more with what you already have than struggling or investing so much in the things that you probably don't have, or it will take you so much time. We want in 2023 for us to focus on the things that we already have, the things we already endowed with. So our strengths, our capabilities, our talents, those are the things that energize us. Those are the things that you would take less time if you invested on those things. And today's episode is about potential, right? Potential. So how do we, the way we called it, potential is the dormant power of a seed. And I want us to think about things like a seed, things like a dynamite. So for you to have the dynamite work, or to start a firework, you would have to start the fire or something for it to go on blast. So without that, you can have power inside of you, you can have ability, but if it's not unleashed, if it's not developed, then it just stays there. It's like it just remains a possibility. Okay, so in this month, as we're talking about strengths, some of you probably are not in a place where you are even able to maximize, utilize your strength. Your strength is still hidden. Your capabilities are still dormant. They're still somewhere where they're not seen, where they are not really tangible, right? So they need to come out. If it's a volcano that is inside of you, how powerful a volcano is, how eruptive it can be, how hot, how much of a hot furnace can come out of that volcano. But if it's just inside a mountain, it's just sleeping in there, then we'll never know what that mountain or what that volcano is capable of doing. So we want you to move to a step further, okay? To first understanding that, you as a human being, you have something inside of you that is called potential. So let me just read for you what it means. I know you know what potential means, but I just want us to start on the same level. So potential means having or showing capacity to develop into something in the future. Okay? So if I look at you right now, you might not really, your reality, the facts might not really show that you're capable, okay? Might not show that probably you are able to do something. But there's some signs, okay? There is some signs that you have something inside of you that if it is developed, that if it can be shown, then you can become something, okay? And because of that, some people will probably give you a chance. Some people will train you. Some people will give you a platform. Some people will raise you and things like that until you are able to bring that capacity, to bring that ability into a place where you can show, in a place where it can be, put into action, okay? So that is what a potential is, okay? So until it becomes, utilized or expressed, a potential is something that is hidden. It's something that needs to be developed. It's something that needs to be groomed. It's not active. It's inactive. That's what we call dormant. It's not operative, so I would say inoperative. It's a possibility, okay? So this is a very important aspect. You need to know your potential. I think some of us want to have something, if you have a certain ability, you want to be able to practice right away, right? You don't want it to be in a form of a potential, but it's very important. And I want to talk about it just a little bit, because what we really are is not what we really can be, okay? What we are is not who we can be, or rather, what we are right now is not what we are created to be, okay? So we are meant to do more, okay? To do more than what we are doing right now. And the only way for you to know that is by going back into yourself and knowing what that power that is hidden in you, what could you possibly do, what could you possibly become, okay? And why that's important is because when we grow up, in reality, we are so focused on what is needed right now. You're probably working in a place where you're not utilizing your power, your abilities to the fullest, to your talents, right? So, or maybe, it's the demands of life, it's maybe your content, or it's just the reality, you have to do what you have to do. So how do you stop for a minute and just go back to look inside you and ask yourself, what am I really capable of doing? What can I do that I've not started doing yet? That is potential. Potential is asking yourself, what is it that I can do, but I have not started doing it, or I have never done it? Think about it. Maybe there's a writer in you. Maybe there's a composer in you. Maybe there is an artist in you. Maybe there is a seller in you. Maybe there is a business person in you. You know that is what you can do, but you have not started. That is potential, okay? If it's something you've already started, that you're already doing right now, that cannot be a potential. That is already your capability. That is already your strength, okay? It's not what you could be. That is already something that you're in. But when you have not started yet, but it's something you can do, it's inside of you, you have that power, okay? So that is the first realization, okay? And most of us, we kind of know that we have this power, but we don't really bother to dig deeper into knowing what can we do, that, what is it that we can do that we have not started doing. Why is it? Because some of us, we don't go into the pursuit of knowing what our purpose in life is, what our vision in life is, which takes us into the future, into asking yourself, why do you exist? What are you created to be? What kind of a person are you created to become. Okay, why? What are the things that you're supposed to be doing? Because when you ask those questions, when you go into a pursuit of finding your purpose or creating a vision into your life, then you get to unveil a lot of things about you, a lot of possibilities about your future, about your capabilities, about the things you're passionate about the problems that you would like to find solutions to. Once you find that big picture about you, once you figure out your purpose, it doesn't have to be in clear details, but just that picture. This is what I want to see myself 10, 11, 20 years. This is my reason for being. This is my reason for existing. Once you go through that journey of figuring that out, that's where you find the questions, or rather the answers to your potential. Because your potential, your power to do things, your power to what you can do lies, or is tied to your purpose, is tied to your vision. Okay, so you'll be attracted to see the future, or to see the things that you want to do, in a way that you can do. Like, you see yourself in the middle of achieving those things. You will not have a vision for somebody else. It won't excite you, okay? It's only the vision that is meant for you that will excite you, because you're seeing yourself in the middle of it, and you're seeing yourself capable of achieving that. So that makes you see the world as a place of possibilities. You don't focus on your reality, you focus on what could be. And when you focus on what could be, you're focusing on untapped area of your life, which could be what you can be, what you can do in future. You're not limited by what's not working right now. You're not limited by what is already working right now. You're limited. You're open to see what you can be. You're open to see your power. If I go to school, if I train myself in this area, then I can do this, I can do that, I can solve that problem. So through that journey is how you get to really see your potential. You really see that you have so much inside of you that if you just put it to action, that future could become a reality. Okay, so that's the first place to kind of start. If you haven't really gone into an exercise where you don't know, do I have a potential? Where could be my potential be? Find your purpose. Develop a vision for your life, a long-term vision. Those things will just bring you back to your potential. You will see yourself as this giant. And then now when you come back to reality, of course, now you can figure it out. Where are you right now and what are the gaps? Okay, so that's the first thing. Identify your potential, your areas of potential. What are your possibilities? What are the things that are hidden in you? What could you become? All right. So the next question would be, why is it dormant? Why is your potential still your potential, right? We would want your potential to become something, not to be hidden, but to be developed into something. Probably you got hired, you got that job because people saw something inside of you, okay? Maybe your parents, when you were little, they saw something in you that was different, that could make you different from other people. But many years down, you're still on the same place, You're not even sure where you're going, because the reasons that people trust you for, people are seeing something in you. You are seeing something in yourself, but it's not materializing. It's not really becoming. So why is your potential dormant? Why is it hidden? Why is it that nobody knows about what you can do? Okay, why are you not developing that potential? So that is another question you should ask yourself. And there can be so many reasons, okay? There can be so many reasons. So think about it as a seed. A seed has a potential to be a plant. A seed has a potential to grow into something and bear fruits, okay? Think about it as a mango seed, as an orange seed. If you look at it, it's just a seed. So that is just like potential. But if you go and plant it in a place that has good environment, if you just put it in a place and store it, it won't grow. It will just be like that. It will be still. It will be just reserved, So all of us carry seeds inside of us. We carry potential inside of us. But why is it dormant? It could be maybe it's not properly placed in the right environment. maybe it's just stored. Sometimes a seed can be placed in a good place because it's waiting for the right time. Okay, if you hurry and plant that seed when it's not the right time, then maybe you won't get the results, the harvest that you want to get. So it could be timing. So I would say sometimes we want so much to unleash our potential, but maybe it's not the right time. So what is important is to know what is stopping your potential and why. So if timing is the issue, it can be a good thing, but it can also be a hindering thing. So it's good to kind of look for perhaps mentorship or have a support system that can kind of help you know when is the right time, or you can just ask the right questions and know. So if it needs grooming, if it needs shaping, if it needs maybe the right season, or maybe the right people with you, those are the questions that you need to know. So timing could be one of them. The other thing could be the environment. Okay, so imagine you are working in a place where things are not allowed to change. Okay, you have a lot of possibilities inside of you. You have so much talent that waits to be unleashed. You want to, but you got a job in an organization that is very static. Is not changing, is not allowing for creativity, is not allowing for growth and things like that. So at the end of the day, you will not grow beyond, that point or that role if you're just doing the same thing that does not really explore what you have. So maybe that environment does not really bring the best out of you. So it's best to know and see what measures you can take. So think about if you have a seed inside of you, if you have a seed, you would want the right environment, the right soil, the right amount of water, fertilizer for it to grow. So if it's not present, then obviously that seed might not grow, might be stunted and things like that. So you will not get the harvest you want. So environment could be one of those things that you really need to check. Are you in the right environment? Right? Sometimes it could be success. Yeah, success can hinder you from unleashing your potential. Yes. So think about, we spoke about strength last week and how wonderful it is to focus on your strength and maximize on it, right? So if you have a strength in a certain area, you might think that is all that you are, all that you have. Okay, maybe you're well respected in your job. Maybe everybody knows you for your strength. And you might think you have maximized it all. You are there. You're well paid. Everybody knows you for that. But what about the things that are inside of you that you have not bothered to really go into and check what they could become just because of that success? Think about it. So we can be so much focused on the happiness and the joy of our strength, of our abilities right now, and forget to groom the very things that could be about us. Okay, so ask yourself, how is your present success hindering you from unleashing your potential, unleashing the areas inside of you that could be developed into some greater strengths as well? Okay. So maybe you're a good writer, you have published a book, it has sold well. Well, you feel like that's it. Okay, that's it. But what if you have other gifts inside of you? Yeah? Or maybe what if there are more books that you can work on and develop? So you will never really know if you are satisfied with where you are right now. So those are the things that we can, ask ourselves and kind of just find ways. But make sure that you know the reasons why your potential. First, you identify your potential, and then you know the reasons why your potential is dormant. Okay, why is your ability, your capability, stays hidden inside of you? Okay, so first is to know it, and the next thing is to know why. When you know why, you will know what to do about it, to unleash it, and when the right time arrives. Okay, and that will give you patience. Right now, you might be in a place where you're not able to fully maybe unleash, utilize your potential or develop it, but it gives you some level of patience. You're not in a place where you want to be, But because of that vision, because of that purpose that is bigger than yourself, and you know that you have the tools inside of you, it's just that nobody knows about them, you know. But just make sure that you're doing everything every day, you know, everything you can in every single day to kind of slowly unleash that potential, okay? Because if it's not unleashed, then you will not really get anywhere, okay? So that's a very important part. So I hope this, you know, opens somebody's mind, or, you know, steers you to do something. It could be your business. You know, people can say your business has potential. It could be yourself. You know, you got a job, or you got hired, or you got, you know, people saw you for your potential, but it's many years down the line, it's months, but really you're not seeing the best of you being out. You know, your business is not fully coming to its materialization. So those are the questions you need to know. You know, why am I here? What are the area of potentials, and how do I really maximize that? How do I utilize that? And it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time, because your potential is supposed to match your dreams, the size of your dreams, the size of your vision, the size of your purpose. You know, it's supposed to match your potential. So think about your potential as something so huge. It's not what you are right now, you know, it's huge, okay? So think about your dreams. The bigger they are, you have the capability to meet those dreams. You know, people who dreamt of Dubai, people who dreamt of going to the moon, you know, they had a dream. If you have a dream that is so big, to like big enough to scare you, you have the potential inside of you to achieve that dream, okay? So the question is, how do I get to unleash this, I don't know, sorry to say, I don't know, I'm trying to say, like, this big animal, this big beast inside of you that is called potential, this huge power, you know, to come and match the size of your dreams, because that is your ability to meet your dream. So that will make you wonder, where am I now, and how do I get to that point? So you have to slowly start. You have to be patient, but you have to understand the process, and don't look down at yourself. Don't look down at where you are today. You know, if you have dreams to steer you, dreams that are so clear, if you have a vision, you have a purpose that is very clear enough to inspire you, then work on your potential and make sure that, you know, you get there. So don't look down at where you are right now. Don't look down at the kind of job you have right now, or the size of your business right now. You know, maybe it's small, maybe it's what. Focus on grooming your potential and make sure that it matches the size of those dreams. You have that power. You have that power inside of you. So till then, let's catch up. We have interesting things coming on, so stay tuned. If you'd like to be a part of our community, we have career meetups every month, yes, every month, every third Tuesday of every month. It's free of charge. You just have to sign up. We are having Zoom sessions, but you have to log in, of course, and be a part of that. So we have interesting speaker all the way from Nigeria will be joining us next week, so do not miss out. It's going to be on Tuesday. Find out the link on our social media pages, and don't miss out. And we have goals review buddies. So this is like, if you have goals, we want to make sure that you get to achieve your goals every month, okay? That you don't lose your motivation regardless of how things get. So this is a way for us to build accountability amongst themselves. So we have memberships opened for people who are interested to join us. We'll be meeting every month and just go through our goals and plan for the next month. So that's like a closed group, and they're limited seats. So if you're interested, please don't miss out and show up, and let's grow together. And till then, let's meet next week. We'll be sharing our updates on all other programs as well. Just stay in touch, and we'll be happy to share with you what's happening. Otherwise, stay well and work on your potential, work on your goals, and I hope February goes on to be a lovely month for you. Until then, bye-bye. Thank you so much.